Good afternoon and welcome to Find Me a Medium. Veronica Jenkins, online psychic mediums. We gather here now on Veronica's very kindly donating her time for us to come here as mediums, psychics, to offer you free readings. I am here today. I am Anita, psychic medium, also an animal communicator. Today I am here offering intuitive readings, which is basically intuitive. Is about your career path, family life, work, any aspirations or dreams you may have, and you feel a little bit stuck in yourself. Now, I will wait till people start coming on. Oh, hi there. I can see two people coming on, so that is good. So hi to you as you start coming on here, and welcome. So it's nice if you start to come on. I can see your name, because then I can say hi to you, and I'll be doing readings this afternoon for you. I'm based in the UK, so it's after 5 p.m. here, so you may be in the UK, you may be coming from overseas somewhere. So depending on where you are from, it's nice if you can just say hi, let me know where you're from, which part of the UK, if you're in the UK. Hi, Tracy. Nice to have you back here, Tracy. So and I remember, see, I've got quite a good memory of certain things. And I remember, Tracy, that you come from Scotland. So again, beautiful part of the world, Scotland. And I've been up there a few times in my lifetime. And I've been very lucky each time I come up there, because it's always been nice and sunny, and I've been to, it's lovely. So Chicago, how beautiful there to be in Chicago. So hi, Pamela, nice to meet you. And I will confess, I think it's the first time you've come to my life. So welcome to you, Pamela. And Chicago, if I'm correct, are you 6 hours behind us? So there for you, it's around midday, so quite a nice time of day for you. Now I'm here so to do intuitive readings for you. I also do right, Karen White. Hi, Karen White to you. So you're also in Scotland. Okay. So my stepfather was Scottish. She's no longer with us. He's in the spirit world now. And I'm actually, Karen, if you have a specific question, I am very drawn to you, Karen, to give you a card reading. Okay, so I just read your message here. So I will come to you, Karen, first of all, Karen White. As we go through the session, I'll be here for an hour. If you'd like me to connect with your animal can be either in the spirit side of life, or it can be in the physical body. Or 6 hours. Okay, so 6 hours behind for you there, Pamela. So with you, Karen, if you happen to have a specific question and you want to put it into the chat box, please do so. If it's just say here, things are not too good for you right now. So let me just tap into you, Karen, what I feel here, where I want to feel working with you. And I do feel here, I actually don't feel, Karen, I need to use cards as I work with you. So I'm just going to work intuitively with you without the tools of the trade, so to speak. And what I feel here with you, Karen, I feel, I would say, you feel quite low in yourself as well. So whatever's taking place around you, you feel to have a heavy burden around you. Okay. And I just feel here, when that heavy burden, sometimes we get to that point where we cope, we muddle through, we struggle through, we do. And I feel here now that you're probably feeling a bit, you're really like, oh, I've nowhere to go, looking around you and just feeling a little bit lost, I want to say, in yourself, Karen. Okay. Now I feel here as I feel this, feeling a bit lost here. Again, what the first thing I want to say to you is, thankfully, nothing ever stays the same in life. Life is always in flux and flow, I want to say to you, okay? And I just so feel here, there's always what takes place in life. There's always light that will come shining back to us, I want to say to you, okay? And even sometimes it can be very difficult to see that when we're going through strife in our time, our own self, I want to say to you, okay? And I feel here, Karen, what I feel regarding the burden that's coming around you, I actually feel sometimes we have burdens that we can declutter, right? Make changes, get rid of. And I feel what's taking place around you, I feel it's not a situation that you can just declutter very easily, I'm going to say to you, okay? So I feel here with you, Karen, it's about looking around you, metaphorically here, that the things that you can change, and I just feel here the things you can stop and the things you can alter yourself, I want to say to you. And if you I want to say to you as well, feels like to do things slowly. Sometimes just feels here, just take things at your own pace, at your own time, at your own speed, I want to say to you, okay? And I feel here you feel to have that the burden around you also feels to come with worry, I want to say to you, okay? So I feel here again, I think it's important that you find something that you yourself makes you feel good in yourself, and even if it's just like a hobby of some sort that you just enjoy for a short time. I want to say to you, okay, and I know that you can't change what is taking place. I want to say to you at the moment, but that's not to say that change won't take place. And I always feel when we feel this way in ourselves, that it's like, it's important you say, even if you look back to a point in your life when you was happy, that point that's happy, and look for the things, the simple things that made you happy, the simple things that brought you joy to your life, and just reflect back to that and try to bring those moments, those quality moments. That is not about spending a lot of money. I want to say to you, okay, I know this is why I feel it's important, Karen. Look back, reflect. That there'll be. I'm hoping for you. There's a point in your life there where things did feel sunny, things did feel good. I want to say to you, look for that feeling in there in your life, that light that was there. I also feel it's important here for you that you make little boundaries around you for certain aspects of people. I feel I want to almost like wrap you in cotton wool to strengthen you up as well, that subtle way. But try, if you can, to make those subtle boundaries. And what I feel is this is important, and I know it's no easy task for any of us when we're weighed down with burden, but we have to, maybe for you, and I was talking to someone recently on a podcast where, and I'm a big fan of affirmations. Okay, affirmations, and they were known way back in many years ago as a prescription. Okay, so we use those words as a prescription, and I feel here for you, Karen, like it's like, if you just use a very simple affirmation, like in every day, I am getting better and better. In every day, in every way, I am feeling better and better. And take that affirmation with you to bed of a night time, because for change to truly take place in our circumstances, and this is where I feel it can be difficult, but we need to ground yourself for this aspect. Ground yourself, hold your head up high to the sky. For change to take place, Karen, we have to change. Okay, so if there's things around you that you want things to change, I would say to you, please just, it's not about doubting yourself, question yourself. It's just look around you, aspects that you can within yourself change, because when you change, things around you will also start to change. They may not happen overnight. It may not happen within a week. It may take a period of time, but that change has to start within yourself. Because as that change starts to take place within yourself, it's almost like if we're trying to change people around us, we're trying to change situations around us, we're trying to change the way people respond around us. We have no power over that. And I think it's important. So we're always trying to catch up, and stop. I would say to you, stop. Look what needs to change within yourself, okay? And I know it won't be easy, but this is where I feel here. And if you need, I want to say to you, if you feel like external, outside support, someone to talk to would help you, I would suggest that may be a good starting point for you. But no, change can happen. Change will happen. But for change to really take place around you, you need to change as well. Okay. So I hope, Karen, honestly, Karen, I can feel and I know. And this is what I want to say to you. That energy point where I can really feel, Karen, and I want to lift you as much as I possibly can to help you. Okay, I would suggest, if there's if you can seek a little bit of support outside of your friends and family unit here, I actually feel you need someone to talk to. I want to say to you, I know I'm speaking with you here, Karen, but I feel it'd be very good for you to seek, maybe even pop and see a doctor. All right, if you need to see a doctor, just speak to someone, because I just feel, someone once said to me many years ago, why are we all put on one planet? And I said, I don't know. You don't know. But she said to me, we're put here to help each other. Okay. And that's what I feel here. Literally, Karen, make that change, make that call. If you need to make a call to someone, speak out. And then, that first line of getting help and support and change taking place is for you to speak up, stand out, I want to say to you, and let it be known. All right, Karen. Well, and Karen, that's really good. I want to say to you, okay, that they're talking with you and talking to you, and say, just feel here. If you feel you need like the professional help and support, I would just for a short time seek it, Karen, because there's help. There is help for every one of us, but it's that it's almost like allowing yourself to say, you know what, I need help. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm going to say to you, okay, we live in a modern society, a 21st century. There's help and support, but we need to ask for it as well and reach out for it. So keep talking to Nick and to Debbie, but I also feel a little bit of support around you would help you as well, Karen. All right. And I know, Karen, one last thing I shall say to you is I feel here within you, there is this creative aspect within you, Karen. All right. And so I don't know if you've been a bit arty here, but look at those simple things that you can just enjoy for yourself. I want to say to you, Karen. All right. And know that nothing never stays the same. Things always do move. All right. And there's help out there. And I please ask you to come back next week and let me know how you are. But please reach out because there's people out there wanting to help you. I hope, Karen, that really helps you, okay? Hi, Stacey Seary. Stacey and Lisa Sears. Hi, Lisa. Nice to meet you. Because I tend to, and Facebook users that are coming on, lovely to have you coming on, Facebook users. If you can literally connect with StreamYard so I then can see your name. I do not need to see your full name. And if you don't want to connect with StreamYard, that's absolutely fine. But for those of you that are coming on, literally, say, Facebook user, please, you put emojis in. Can you just put your first name in for me as well, please? Because I very much work energetically with your name. So first name here is what I tend to work with. So, Karen, get back into that artwork just for yourself to start off with. It's just making those first steps. I want to say to you, okay, those first little steps, and maybe like paint, draw how you feel to release what needs to come out for you, Karen, all right, and reach out for you. I know things will improve, all right, I want to say to you. Right, so hi, Facebook user Elaine. So nice to have you here, Elaine. So I've got Teresa, Gladwish, that's a nice name, here. And you're Teresa. Hi, Teresa. So let's just see here. I'm going to pull the cards now. Again, if you're just coming on and didn't sort of catch the beginning, I'd like to say to you, doing intuitive readings here for today for you, pulling cards. And sometimes I don't pull cards, just literally how I feel, and literally I'm also doing animal readings as well. So if you'd like me to read for your animal, please put your animal's name into the chat box. And I'm very drawn here to Pamela, who's got animal here. Let me just do this house sick. Right, Pamela. Okay, so I'm going to come to Facebook user Pamela. Did not realize how sick your dog was. Okay, hi Pamela. And it's and again here, this is something here. I've been, again, I've shared my life with dogs all of my life, as far back as I can remember, and you know, I know what it's like when you know, animals are, we feel we miss it. I want to say to you, but animals, I want to say to you, especially all animals, I think, especially most domesticated animals we share our lives with is cats and is with dogs, and I think the cats and the dogs equally can be very stoic. I want to say to you, especially when, I mean, I've got one of my dogs particularly, if she thinks you're going to touch her, she starts screaming because we not even touched her. But when she's not well, the interesting thing is she doesn't make a sign that she's not well. She's very, very quiet. So it's very difficult, I feel, sometimes when we share our life with our animals, and our lives are so entwined with our animals, Pamela, you know, and then it's after they've passed, we think, why did I miss that? Why did I not see that? Why don't I understand that? But I feel here, you know, I am a professional animal communicator. I professionally work with dogs as well as a dog trainer. So my life is very connected to the dog world. And I know here, again, when we're so emotionally connected to the animal, it's very difficult for us to really tune in and understand how they are feeling. I want to say to you, okay, it's just because, you know, it's like anything, we worry about them, we love them, we want them to be okay. And I don't want to say we ignore it, we don't ignore it, but we don't sometimes see it because we don't see it, not because we don't want to, we just don't see it because, again, our life is so entwined with our animals. And again, I will share with you so about feeling guilty because you didn't realize how sick your animal was. Again, one of my dogs got lost in the forest for 5 days. We did actually, I understand the feeling, Pamela, feeling guilty, and you're not to feel guilty. And that's, again, it's a hard one for me to say to you, please don't feel guilty, because, you know, we are humans. We have all these emotions, these sentient emotions. And it's always, I feel afterwards, it's the ifs, the buts, the whys. If I didn't see this, if I didn't know that, if I done that. Oh, your dog is making me aware. I want to say to you, it feels they make you feel here. It feels to come on. I know that they're showing me here. They deteriorated, so it was like a slow progression. I'm going to say to you. So sometimes an animal is very acute when they're unwell. It's very noticeable when it's acute. This I will say to you here with your dog. This was not an acute. It was like very slow. And even your dog is making me aware. They weren't aware their self. I'm going to say to you, all right, to start off with, because they're just showing me here, you know, and I just feel here. I know this like slight disorientation they're making me aware of, but it just feels here they weren't aware their self, and they're making me feel. I want to say to you, by the time that you was aware, it was too late anyway. Your dog is making me aware, Pamela, okay? And no animal wants to be unwell. None of us want to be ill, but you know, sometimes, you know, things happen that, you know, it's not all working as it should be. But your dog is making me aware that your dog wants to be with you. So you've got an animal here that would not have wanted to be away from home, would not have wanted to be staying at the vets, would not have wanted to be to and fro. They just wanted to be, literally, I want to say to you, at home with you and being looked after, and also looking after you. They're making me aware here again, like even like I want to say to you, like, running free. They're there, and they're there. They're not running free because they want to be near you. So you've got a dog here that is you know, that's got the opportunity to run free and actually chooses to stay by you. All right. So no, yes, it's again, and they're showing me here with you before they pass, talking with them on the say to you and having your face near to their face, and the love that's unconditional is what they're saying to me. And I'm okay. They're saying to me, tell her I'm okay, Mum. I'm okay. All right. And the last thing they want you to feel, Pamela, is guilty. All right. And just know, I not lying when I say to you, I have been there myself again with one of my dogs, and I think, how did I miss it? When my dog got lost, we did re-find her after 5 days. People would say to me, well, why can't you find her? I was too upset, basically. And you know, that's okay. So when we are upset, you know, recognize we're upset, we're involved, we're too emotionally connected to understand sometimes what is truly taking place. It's not to feel guilty. It's just knowing that the love that was there between you and your animal was completely unconditional. I want to say to you, no, they are okay up there now. I want to say to you, okay. And again, what I want to say to you is, Pamela, it's the dog that, given choice, does not want to run free. They run free in the spirit world. They're healthy, but I know what they're showing me is when they was down here, they'd be very close to you. They don't want to be running around, running off. They just want to be with you, and that is the same I want to say to you as they are up there now. Okay, so no, you know they're okay, and you are not. They're saying to me. And I don't know why. They're just showing me this. And if you've written something to your dog or want to write something, I'm saying I can feel, Pamela, it was very, very loved. I want to say to you. Now, what is just making me aware of, so if you've done this, thought about it, or he's shown me like a little, I don't want to say letter, but I feel something more than a verse has been written about him. Some words have been written about your dog, I want to say to you, okay? So no, is those words that's here, or if you've not written those words down, I'm seeing them going around in your mind, I want to say to you, okay? So it's almost like he's saying to me, put those words down. You have nothing, Mum, nothing to feel guilty about. And just so there's no here, he's saying to me, he just comes through, and I say to you with a lot of love, all right? So no, he's okay on the other side and still very much here, not far from you. So he's making me aware. So I hope, Pamela, and you know, try to shelve that fear of guilt. We all have it. It is a human emotion. Just know it was that love that was there, the love you felt, that made it difficult for you to know, and that's fine. I've been there myself, so understand that, okay? Right, so let's see. I've got some new faces tonight. So Tracy, hi Tracy. So I know you've and Teresa, I'm going to come to Teresa. Gladwish, Teresa Gladwish. So you are new to me this afternoon, depending on where you are. So if you're in the UK or you're overseas. So now, Teresa, you'd like a reading? Okay, so let's give a reading for you. So let's see, I'm drawn here to my cards. I'll do for drawn to cards for you, Teresa. So I'm going to just draw a card for you. Do you have a specific question or an area, Teresa, you'd want me to look at? Oh, you're in the UK, so it's 5 p.m. ish for you as well, like me. I think the wonderful thing about the like internet and all of this is how it's made the world such a smaller place where you can all connect. Which have, you know, COVID obviously was at its was awful. What happened to people who lost their family members, and loved one. Okay, okay, Teresa. But I think on the other side, we've connected the world so much more. We can all get together, like we do here on the internet. So, Teresa, let me just see here. All right, now I pulled you a card as well, first of all. So the card I pulled you, these are Messenger Oracle cards. I just feel I want to actually, for you, Teresa, want to pull you a card, okay? Now this is, you were born to create. I've got my bearings right. Born to create, okay? And I don't, with this for you, let me just feel where I'm born to create on a stage, okay? So we've got here 2 years on stage. Just bear with me while I'm tapping into you, Teresa, with two. Right, because what I feel here as well, 2 years passing here, I want to say to you, okay? And it still feels 2 years is still very, very early days, I want to say to you. And there's no amount of period of time I want to bring for grief for any of us. Some people, you know, the process is there's no time limit on grief, I want to say to you. But I feel here now, if it's your mother, but very much a female that's coming here with you to join with you, I want to say Teresa, as she comes through here for you, okay? And I feel here that what I'm going to say with for you, it's like the spirit world here are like supporting you and holding you up, I want to say to you. So it's like, and so they come in here, and it's just like energetically they feel here, they want to, you know, just hold you, support you, just gently here, they're there with you, I want to say to you, okay, as they carry you. I always want to say to you, they carry you through life, okay, at this moment in time. And it feels here, and I know you have this, I feel like abundant, they have the word abundance here. So I feel that you're someone who is blessed in the aspect, there is abundance of love and people around you. Even though you're struggling here, I know you have people here to support you, I want to say to you, okay? And I feel here, so like sometimes in our lives when things happen, we it's almost like it's us, but then we're looking through the eyes at something, a different world, different space, different place that we know, I want to say to you. And I feel that's what I feel with yourself here. I feel you're here, you know your life, you know yourself, but I'm looking through the eyes, and it's like you're feeling lost. Where do I go? Where do I turn to? What do I do? And I feel here for you, Teresa. I just know here that, you know, the mum here, spirit world here, the last thing I would do is to hold you back, I want to say, childcare. And I feel this holding back. And when I say about holding back, this is not about necessarily like a career or family. It's just holding yourself back, I want to say, okay. And I feel here that this is the words they're giving for me to you. And so I feel there are like door opportunities. That's the word. Opportunities, I want to say, okay, for you, Teresa. All right. And it's also they're saying to you, jump in, you know, give it a go. So first of all, here's, and this does build this creative aspect, I want to say to you, around you, that I want to be giving it a go. Now, one picking up, Teresa, I want to say to you, and I don't know if it's because the passing has you've stopped, but I feel here I want to bring spirituality very much in around you, Teresa. I want to say to you, okay. And what I feel is here. So I feel that when we lose people to the spirit world, sometimes it opens a part of ourselves where we want to know more, do more, learn more, and just connect more, I want to say to you. And I feel here, so I want to take your you being born to create, I want to say to you, because I feel here there's this part within you, this very deep spiritual connection that is within you, I want to say to you, Teresa. Now, I actually feel, and again, what I'm being made aware of, I don't feel, I'll say, like dabbled, I'd look at this, I'd look at that, tried this, try that, and then like you've stopped. All right. So I know here you've got to a space in your life where it's like, I don't see the point. I've stopped, and I've stopped doing it. And I just feel here it's important, I want to say to you, because I know, again, very much I want to collect the angelic for you as well. Okay. So I don't know if you're like the angelic, I want to say to you, very much here working with you, bringing in them for you as well, I want to say to you. Okay. So it's almost like here, it's that aspect of reconnect, I want to say to you, with that spirit part of yourself. All right, Teresa. And it's not about religion, it's about a spirit part of, and literally trusting, because I'm being made aware by again, a spirit world here, you'll be given lots of symbols and signs, and I'm not saying you dismiss them, but it's like you like look at them and you're not recognizing where they're coming from. All right, so they're saying to me, pay more attention, Teresa, to you would love to find someone who can read the angel board. Okay, I'm sure you can. You put that intention out there. I would say to you, and literally, the universe hears. The universe will supply for you. Just put that intention out there, and I would say to you, put it out there literally every night before you go to bed, every morning. Put it out there. You want to find the angel board, because I just feel the angelic very much around you, and as I feel the spirit world, your family that support you, there's an angel that comes here for you. I want to say to you, okay, and I just feel this is where I want to take you as well, Teresa, because I've seen you here in some way working spiritually, because you feel much here the pain that you've gone through, suffering of loss that people's been in your life, is that pain and suffering that I feel you're at a point where you want to give back, you want to help, you want to support. Okay, so we want to give back your daughter, so we want to give back, that support. So I know here, and I can't even comprehend what it must be like to lose a child. I want to say to you, but I just feel here, I know that what you've been through, the pain that is there, it's like now, and there's no line on time, there's none at all, but I just feel here what you've been through, the suffering you've been through, it's like they're helping you, they're guiding you, they're supporting you. Look for those symbols. I'm being shown, you're just showing lots, especially perfume. So it must be a perfume, a certain smell. I'm getting around your daughter here that I can smell, makes me aware of her being around you. I also know here very strongly here there's particular bits of music that I hear that also is a sign she's making aware that she is around you. Okay, and I just feel here, so just again, not making light of it, but just acknowledge when you see those symbols, those little signs. There's the little signs that are building, that are letting you know they are around you, they are wrapping around you, they're supporting you through. I want to say to you, okay, and it just feels here, Teresa, that pain that's in here, that sits here on your heart here, it's like there's a gift also within inside you, I want to say to you, of how you can be a light for other people that's been through. I want to say to you, butterflies, they're lovely. So just know, I know it's not the same as having your daughter there with you, but they're just those symbols of how she can, let you know she's around you, she's there. I want to say to you, okay, and it feels as if I want to say, she's giving me the word. I want to get the word magic for some reason. I don't mean magic as in like like what you see on the TV. It's just the magic, I'm going to say to you, of that shift as she comes through to you. So I feel like with that shift as she comes, the presence comes through. She's also showing me here, I want to say to you, you holding her, all right, you hugging her and you holding her, I want to say to you. And I also know she's like, it's like, what she's showing me is for you, Teresa. It's like and I understand. It's like the tears never stop. I want to say to you, she's showing me those tears, and it feels like, I want to say to you here, she's making me aware you hide as well. So I know as you cry, you hide those tears, and that feels for her. She's saying to me here, there's people around you, I know, that's also hurting. I want to say to you, okay, massively hurts around you. If you can, Teresa, it's just she's asking me. The anniversary's coming up, and I just feel here. I don't know if you've planned to do. She said me sit with the light. She showed me, so I feel here. I want to say to you, I feel like a candle for. There's something I feel for the lighting of a light candle here. Sit with her. She's saying to me here, sit with her, and I just know here as well as you sit with her with that light there. It's like the whisper was like the whisper of her voice in your ear. You hear her voice, and you can hear her say to you, you can hear her, she said to me, you can hear her say, mum, 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 just like a whisper comes through. Okay, she's saying to me here, for her, what she's saying to me, Teresa, is I know when she's laid to rest here that her wishes, I will say to you, everything's been done for her. She wants to say to me, I go to church every anniversary, okay? And I just know there's that light that she's showing me. So there's the candle light that sits here, and everything has been done. She's saying to me, like, her wishes has been done, has been met. I want to say to her, okay. There also feels as I know there's a feel, I want to say, like a place where we sit outside. So I don't know if it's at the place we sit outside. I want to say to her. So if it's where you go, she told me like a place of nature. It's rural. It's not rural like, but it's a place of nature. I want to say to you, where she just showed me here, you sitting there. There feels to be a bench that she shows me you sitting upon. I want to say to her, okay. And she's saying to me here, Mum, there's lots. She wants to say sorry, and she said to me, Mum, there's lots of wonderful memories. I want to say to you, okay, and just like that. The plot. Actually, I just know I'm just seeing the bench there where we sit, and it feels a very peaceful place. I want to say to you, okay, because again here she's even telling me, there are signs there as well. All right, Teresa, the signs there as they come through. I want to say to you, the signs there. There feels to be particular. I don't know my bird songs, but there's a particular bird song she's making where so wild, like natural birds of a feather are there that it's a small bird she's making me aware actually sings when you are there, you sit there, just it's one single bird. She's saying to me that is also, I want to say to you, a sign that she is there with you, Teresa. All right, she's comes through with the love that never, and the bond of that love that never break. I want to say to you, so know she loves you, know she's there, and she's a Robin. Just I know, and it's the sound of it I can hear. She makes me aware. I want to say to you, okay, and this is what I know. I'm not in your shoes, but she's saying to me here for you to have a beautiful day. And I know as a parent, I understand, but it's the word she's giving me. Have a beautiful day, Mum. I love you very much. I want to say to you. All right, Teresa. So thinking of you and lots of love to you. Okay, yeah, I can feel it. I want to say to you. Okay, and she doesn't want you to. What she's saying to me is, she doesn't want you to suffer. But I know as a parent, we suffer. Okay, so lots of love and healing to you, Teresa. Right, so let's see some right, okay, so I've got Christine here. Christine, good morning. If you're a Facebook user, I want to say to you, lovely to have you here, and I'd like to try and give as many messages as I possibly can while I'm on here. Could you just in the chat just put your name, please? Just your first name's all I actually need, because I do tend to work with the energy of your name, just so I can tap into. Obviously, if we've got several Facebook users, it's hard for me to then draw people from the spirit world for you when they're, so just literally give me your name. Hi Nicola, you are on YouTube, so that's and Christine Stewart. Hi Christine. So Nicola, hi Nicola. I don't know, knows your no, I don't know you. I'm just nosing at your picture, your YouTube picture. So welcome. I don't think Nicola, thank you Nicola. I don't think it's not from me. I'm just the vessel, the medium in between, giving the message from mum and daughter. As they come through. So Nicola, I'm going to pull a card for you, Nicola. Okay, so if you give us specific. Becky, okay, so we're going to come to Nicola and pull you a card for you, Nicola. I'm going to pull a messenger card for you as well, Nicola, here. So, this is a nice card for you. So I've got for you, Nicola, I want to pull a card. It's a messenger card, and it is a new day dawns. A new day dawns, which I think is a very nice. I don't know if you're into dragons. There's a picture of a dragon here, dragon with its beautiful wings. I want to say to you. So it's not that, and I actually I do like dragons and mythical creatures, but I think of the new day dawns here. I actually feel, Nicola, this is about actually new beginnings for you. I want to say to you, okay, and it feels I feel here. It's like you also feel quite I want to say emotive. You feel someone who have a lot of ideas, a lot of bubbling away here. Think like it's like flashes of thoughts and flashes of things that want to come through to you. I want to say to you, okay. So I feel you're someone here, and you're not an overthinker, but you're someone who does. You get a lot of thoughts come in, and just like here. And so I'm seeing like aspects of different things. I want to say to you, almost like your mind mapping, and it's like, cause I'm seeing this like mind map of your mind, and these like different clouds of words and things you want to be doing. I want to say to you, okay, and which I think is great. So what I feel here as this new day is dawning for you. Now again, I feel you're someone, Nicola. When you put your mind to something and you really want to achieve and do something, I actually feel, Nicola, you're someone who has it in your power. We all have it in our power, but some of us don't believe it. So some as others, because this is the fact about manifestation. We need to really believe it and feel it. And lots of people, we all have the potential to manifest our life the way we'd like it to be. We've given our circumstances, but we don't all fully believe it, to be true. But Nicola, with you, I actually feel here you do have the potential to manifest your reality, okay? And this is in a nice way. So I feel here you've got all these like ideas bubbling away, bouncing away, almost like a ping pong ball, which I think is lovely. But I want to grab 2 or 3 of them to start you off with. So I actually thought probably for you to really start to manifest those things that you're looking for within your life, and it feels like just ideas, good things, and moving forward. You're someone, Nicola, who I don't see you standing still, and that's a metaphorically standing still in your life. You're someone who will always be moving forward, looking for the next thing, doing the next thing, the next project, the next thing. And I feel that's good. Keep doing that. Keep going that way. But I also want to say to you, sometimes I feel it's about you just a little bit enjoying the journey as well. All right. So sometimes we see things, we aim for things, we want things, we do things, and that's all great. But sometimes as well, it's just allowing what you're creating around you to actually to form, to manifest. I want to say to you, because I feel sometimes things slip away, not because you're not manifesting it, more the fact that you've moved on too quick. You moved on too quick. You've done something, thought something, moved on too quick. And it's okay to move on quick if you've tried it. Well, not really for me, that's fine. But allow things that you focus on to actually give it time. I want to say to you, give stuff time. And it's all about stuff that I know is here in your own head here. I want to say to you, okay. So literally spend time. All right. You've been looking. Yeah, I would say to you, keep looking, Nicola, because I must know your personality, the way you think, the way you feel, you have the potential to actually attract, and we all do. But some of us don't believe it as strong as others. But I know here you have that ability to actually work with it and go with it. And I would say to you, I would generally, for you, really take it a little bit more seriously about what you want to attract into your life, what you want to manifest for, because, and this is for all of us, it's what we put out into the world, into the universe, we attract back to ourselves. So and again, this might be good for all of you who are listening here. Do you go to bed, over night time and say, had a good day today, may have had a few hicks and bits and pieces here, or someone who moans about everything, and we all have reasons to moan, but I think it's important for us all to have gratitude, because we have to remember that what we put gratitude, even for things that aren't, even for the lessons in our lives at times, sometimes, lessons and blessings, as they call them, because what we put out is what we attract back to ourselves. So if you're wanting, that new career, that new partner, that I actually know someone who literally made a list for the ideal husband, and she manifested him, which is, good credit to her. So these things are possible. But for you, Nicola, I'd say to you, seriously, take it seriously, because I know you have that power within you. So with all these ping-ponging ideas, which is great, grab a few. Literally keep the others up there, they can come to you later. Grab a few and then start to literally put pen to paper, maybe write them down. I don't know if you're someone who works with the cycle of the moon as well here, because I'm picking up on the moon cycles here, and that where I feel if you're looking at law of attraction and manifestation, you may also want to look at the cycles of the moon to enhance your manifestation, because I just feel here you've got I don't want to just say it's not just one new dawn for you. There could be lots of new dawns for you. Just literally, I would say to you, focus on the ones that really, really empower you, ones you really want to take forward, ones you want to manifest into your life. Be mindful what you put out into the energetically, into the life, what you think and what you feel, because I know you have that very strong essence within you to actually manifest, I want to say to you. So bear in mind what we put out, what comes back to us, I want to say to you. So and I just feel here it feels good things, I want to say to you, for you, Nicola, feels good things. So literally, mind map, put your ideas pen to paper and start to focus on what you want to bring into your life. It's there for all of us, but some of us literally believe it more than others do. So Nicola, lovely to have you on here this afternoon. So I know you won't have no problem manifesting. It's just a matter of literally finding out which one you really want to focus on, because I know it's there for you. Okay, my pleasure. Right, so let's put a few more cards here. So let's have a look. Gratitude. It's gratitude. Gratitude is not always easy for us to find sometimes, but it's important. I want to say to you that we look for the blessings in our life, because there will be there, to look those blessings. So hi, Marissa. Right. So Marissa, I don't think you've been on here before to myself. I'm sure you've been on some of the other mediums here. There's Veronica now has a large variety of psychic mediums that are working through FindMeAMedium, and literally all of us don't have time for free. So literally, if someone you can have a reading, Marissa Reed, I shall pull a card for you. So just literally safety aspects for anyone here. If someone should approach you outside of this group for a reading, any of Veronica's mediums do not approach you directly. We can be found. We all do our own private readings. I have my own website, which is the same as my name, AnitaDenise.com, also on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And for those of you that are animal people, I do have Facebook group, Animal Communication with Anita Denise, which I also do sometimes go in there and do live readings purely for animals. So let's put a card for Marissa. Rightio. It's a nice card I've got for you here, Marissa. So I shall show you the image here. You can see it says here, change is unavoidable. Okay, and it's a nice card. It's the Green Man. So Marissa, for you, I've just put a card for you, and the card I'm going to work with is change. And I feel here, change. I like the card change, to be honest with you, but I feel where I want to bring this with you, Marissa, is not so about. I feel here you feel to me to be someone who may struggle with change, and that's because when life is going a certain way, all is good. We want to stay as it is. When life's not going quite so good, we want things to change, and that's just the cycle of life. I want to say to you, the cycle of birth and rebirth, so to speak. But I feel here for you now. What I want to say to you, Marissa, I don't know if you feel a little bit. I'm not stuck is the wrong word. I want to say to you first of all, but I just feel here. Look at this word here. Change. I feel it's sometimes we come. I don't want to change your life dramatically, but I just feel here you're someone who is change would frighten you. All right, and for a lot of us that can be a little bit daunting, a bit frightening, I want to say to you. But also by the tactics of here with change, I think and this is more again, Marissa, about you. I want to say to you, okay. So what I feel is here. I feel like there's things in your life that you'd want interests, hobbies, things you want to do. I want to say to you, okay. And it's almost like this is where I feel it's like, oh, I try, but no, I don't try. And you become stuck in that way. I want to say to you, a little bit fearful of bringing new things into your life. Okay. So I'm seeing here, it's like, I feel would be really good for you is if you can find little things that take you outside your comfort zone, just slightly. So break that mold of disliking change, because sometimes if we the things I think about if we try something, I always think it's better in life to give something a go, to try something. If it don't work out, fair enough, it didn't work out. We don't have to stay doing that format. We can do something else. But if we don't try to do something different, sometimes you will never know what you may have missed out on. And I think and again, that's what I love about the aspect of looking for change, looking for something different, looking outside of that comfort zone, I want to say to you, Marissa, because I just feel the change around you, and I don't know if it's to do with work here, is more about looking outside of your comfort zone, all right? And I don't want to push you or rush you, but I just feel it's just like, look beyond, because I feel here again here, as I look through your eyes, it's also like you're very, you see very straight, very focused, very, very single here, just straightforward. But Marissa, there's a whole world beyond just the straight and narrow, the whole world here. And I just feel here, I don't feel you're missing out, right? But I just feel here, look beyond, look at the possibilities. And again, anything with possibilities, we don't have to do it. We have free will, you say have choosing, but if we don't try something different, we don't break away from that change, you'll never know. You never know how happy you could be, how wonderful things could be for you by change. And again, what I like about the aspect of if anything was going to change in our life, we have free will. We don't have to continue. We can stop. So actually, I tried it, it worked for me. And I just think for you, Marissa, it's more a case of, you've become, comfortable in your where you in your loss, but I say right? You've been comfortable, all right, and that's also fine. But there's more beyond. So without rushing around and being, just caution to the wind, just start to look literally more peripheral. Look beyond, look bigger, because it's a much more bigger world out there for you on a stage, okay? And change is not that scary, because it just I think when with change comes growth, and as we grow with that change that comes with us, and we look back and you think, God, I can't believe how far I've come. I can't believe. And that comes, with great strength and great pride, I want to say to you. So for you, Marissa, I don't, just embrace when change comes. Don't be fearful of it. Literally look at it, investigate it, and think, it is for me. I'll give it a go. It's not for me. No, thank you. So just embrace the essence of change that comes into you. Don't be frightened to say yes. All right. Don't be frightened to say yes. But the same token, you can say no afterwards. So just, I'm going to say it for you, okay, Marissa. So I hope that helps you. So it's see who a few more cards here for you. Right. So hi, Myra, to you, and we've got Myra here, Myra. So, hi, Tracy. So I'd love to see you back, Tracy. So how's your week been, Tracy? Have you been doing any more Reiki, any more bodies to work on? For you, right? So I'm going to come here to his Facebook user. I'm just drawn to Jessie, Facebook user. So thank you for putting your name in there, Jessie, because I only need your first name. That's all I need. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Jessie. And if you have a specific question, or I just put a general card, or you can put it in the chat box. It comes up fairly quickly. I can direct your card towards maybe something that's sitting in your psyche you want answers to. And I've drawn a card, and I feel this card is actually for you as I draw this card. Nourish the soul. Okay, so I'll just show you a picture. It's interesting. I'll just left and right here. Nourish the soul. Okay, and I feel I do feel this card is actually relevant for you, I want to say to you, Jessie. And I do feel that you're someone who you are someone who'd nourish your soul, I want to say to you, okay. And I feel you're very I know you feel very mindful as well, I want to say to you. So you're someone here, what I'm seeing, and I'm going to talk to you more about the spiritual aspect of yourself, I want to say to you. But it feels here, you feel a very old soul, right? Someone who's got a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, but sometimes we don't know where it comes from. It's just we're born in this incarnation with this knowledge and this growth aspect, I want to say to you, okay, is what I feel. But I also feel here for you, it's like this aspect around you that you feel someone here very much, I want to bring in like the empath with you, the helper, the supporter. But where I feel very good for you, you're not someone who's about to say will be empathic and takes other people's pain. You have a very good way of helping, working, supporting, helping people, being able then to step back, I want to say to you, and not take on board other people's discomfort, I want to say to you, okay. Now I feel here your soul for me, like now, really feels like I want to be the seeker in a good way, I want to say to you, okay. So I feel you feel very much here like seeking knowledge, seeking growth, but not of the book kind, right? It's the kind that you just have to allow it to ignite, I want to say, within you, okay. Because it also feels as this starts to arise within you, and it feels to be really arising in you, I want to say to you, very quite deep, I want to say to you, it feels rising quite deep within you. And I feel here now, what I feel, Jessie, I do feel you've got a supportive network of people around you, but I also feel sometimes people don't necessarily understand. I want to, some of them a little bit more, not quite, can't quite understand. I want to say to you, what your beliefs, your ideas. But I want to say, don't be put off by that. It's because they feel they're with you, they're not putting you down, but just feel they're not quite sure. Keep expanding that growth that comes in with your soul. It just feels here. I just feel here now. I know some aspect for you, Jessie. There feels spiritual work around you. I don't know if you are a medium now, looking to be a medium, but I very much want to bring in mediumship in for you, Jessie, as you go through your work and your development, I want to say to you. And it feels here, I even very much here around you, Jessie, there feels writing, I want to say, around you as well. So I'm picking up on here on the writing aspect. Let me feel here writing. What I want to say to you, if you're not doing this already, I feel you should be sitting down doing some channeled automatic writing, I want to say to you, okay, because it's allowing your soul to rise and to be able to, for your higher self here, to be able to put down on paper what your soul is trying to tell you, and just allow it, I want to say to you, to come forward. All right, just allow it to come forward for you, okay. and it feels a good time for you now to allow your soul to arise a lot more, I want to say to you. And people around you, it feels like here the light of the people around you will also lift with that, I want to say to you, as they come through. So I know your soul, your light lifts other people around you, and it feels, I want to say, important that you lift these people with you. You don't take their drama, you don't take their pain, but they are here with you, I want to say to you. You're a very good listener. But by the same token, you can just let it go as well, which feels really important, I want to say to you. Okay. So yeah, keep strengthening, Jess. I would say to you, keep doing what you're doing, because it really feels, I want to say to you now, we talk about synchronicity and timing being right. Timing really does, I want to say to you, to feel right in the fact it's ignited, it's ready to come. I want to say it's just there to come. And I just feel here, I actually being made aware that, I don't know how much journaling you're doing, but I'm being made aware that you will be surprised that how quick you will start to channel that work that's coming through for you. Okay. So I know here it's that knowledge you came in with, knowledge you can't learn in books, knowledge you've come in here with it. Allow it to rise, I want to say to you, and carry on your journeying, because I'm seeing you here going forward. You also have teaching abilities, I want to say to you. So I'm not putting you in a local school here, but I know there's teaching philosophy that comes in around you. It feels a good journey, I want to say to you. So just allow it to rise and enjoy your journey. It feels a good one for you, Jess. So I hope that helps you, Jessie. Right, so let's see. Lucia and Amy. Hi, Amy. Nice to meet you. Right, so I'm going to come to, because it just jumped at me. You didn't put your name there, but I'm still jumping at you. What, Amy? Dad who didn't believe. So who? Dad who didn't believe. Dad. So Facebook user, Christina. Right, okay, Christina. So hi, I was just very drawn to your file, I want to say to you. Okay, so Dad was a non-believer. I would love spirit message to know. Right, yeah, okay. So and your name's at the bottom there. So I got Christina. Hi, Christina. It was the word Dad, non-believer, that jumped out at me. So I know I have to come to you, Christina. And as they come through, the both of them, they come through. I will say to you, this is an expression that's it's an East End expression for those who don't know the East End of London. They're as thick as thieves, which means they are really together. So your granddad and your father are coming through like that. They're together. So I know they would have been like, obviously son and dad, but they feel like they're buddies as well. I want to say to they come through. So I know here the pair of them do come through here very much together. I want to say to okay. They also come through, because what I'm being made aware of here, I know your grandfather. So I know before he passed spirit world here, he feels to show me. I know he's been ill. He passed with ill health is what he's showing me as he comes here. But and I know Dad here is like talking to him and supporting him on the stage before he passes over. But your dad comes through laughing. All right. So and again, your granddad I know your dad here was making me aware of like he's got his laugh and his like this smile on his face and his laugh, because he's saying to me, I was a complete non-believer. All right. And he's even had these conversations about, he's saying, I've told you, Mother, I told you, Mother, I don't believe in anything. When you're gone, he's saying to me. All right. So that aspect he's giving me. But he's saying to me, now, what he's giving me here, it feels like for him, part of that non-believer, what he's saying to me is here, a little bit of fear, I want to say to you as well, the fear of not knowing of what's going to happen when I do cross over, what he's saying to me. Okay, so I know it's like a case of like, so part of me wants to believe, and the other part of me, it can't be possible it can't be possible, is what it's saying to me. I want to say, okay, I also, as your father passes, right, he's making me aware here, I know he is not alone as he goes to spirit world. Show me here, but I can hear people around him very gently speaking before he passes over, what he's saying to me. Okay, I also makes me feel here, it's factored again, like the aspect, because he's still very much, I want to say to you, even now today, still feels to be spoken about down here, is what he's saying to me. Okay, so this conversation still take place, but he's making me feel it's almost like as I've crossed over, he's like he's showing me is like I know your dad must be like to be outside space. He's taking me to like I'm looking at a garden, but showing me I'm outside. But it feels like as soon as he's crossed over, he is aware of where he is. He's where he was. Is what he's saying. As I've crossed over, they are together on the stage. Okay, and again here, what it's making me aware, it's like now so he's now putting this to your belief, your faith. So I want to say to you, Christine. Okay, so as I come here and saying to me here, your beliefs, your faith. So just always going, your beliefs. Don't let nobody, it's saying to me, don't let nobody knock. And this is about what you believe, your beliefs. Don't, and I feel this is, I want to say to you, not just about your beliefs, but I feel here, Daddy, your dad's message for you is don't let nobody knock you from what you want to do. All right. Very, 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 bless him. I can feel it, but I just know it's like, so it's like he's one of these people that he may not have had that belief before he crossed over. Part of his little bit I want to say to you, that not knowing aspect, because your dad's not a controlling person, but he likes to know what's taking place, right? So I like to know what's happening, what's taking place. But I know here, I'm looking at you down here, and it's just like saying to me here, so it feels like, don't let no one knock you off track. So if there's like things around you, and I don't feel it's your family, I feel like just literally keep in your lane, keep in your path. Don't let nobody slow you down, is what it's saying to me, okay? Because I feel it feels very, very strongly, very proud of what you're doing, what you've achieved since he has been in the spirit side of life, and saying to you, okay? And it feels like that empowerment, just don't let them stop you, what it's saying to me, okay? Now there's also, I don't know if this is also what he's just taken me here, just change the subject slightly here, what he's done to me. Now if what he's showing me, I'm looking at like a funeral service, I want to say to you, okay? Was this? I know it feels like he's showing me again. I feel like I've got a vicar, who done the ceremony when he's passed. I want to say to you, okay? So in later rest, got his service taking place, because it just feels here like for him, when it's like he would have laughed about it, because he's not saying to me, I would have believed in, but no, he's saying to me here, I believe now. And I know what he's given me. I know the name Mary can be a rather generic name, but he's given me the name Mary. I want to say to you, okay? So Mary May is what he's given me. So it feels to associate around your father as well. They are together. That's what it's making me well. I also know your father. Now, I don't know if it's a memory as a child here, but he's showing me board games. All right, so I'm looking at board games we would play. So he's giving me that aspect. He's saying to me here, your dad loves you very, very much. I want to say to you, okay? And I feel, and he knows that he is missed. I want to say to you very much. Is what he's saying to me. I know I'm missed. He's saying to me, okay? And he misses the fun times. I want to say to you when he was here. May. Oh, okay, May. We did. Okay, May. Just me. I was sure Mary said to me on May. I want to say to you, okay. He had a special coffin, and all these things. I want to say to you that for him, like charming, lovely, saying to me all this aspect. But but strip it all away. We say to me, strip it all away. What's important? You're saying to me is it's not the finery. It's what you got in your family. He's proud of all what he's had, but it's, for him, it's that the family is what I'm saying to you. It's okay. I'm sorry to read that. I want to say to you, okay, but I just feel here. Your dad is making me feel like he has left. This is how he feels. He has left a wonderful legacy behind. I want to say to you, that's how I want to feel. Okay, a wonderful legacy behind. Now, what does he show me here? Now. I'm not getting you. He's showing me a book, right? So I'm looking at a book here. What is the book he's showing me? Some book here. It's not a book. I want to be like a storybook. I want to be reading something about a book here. Book. I don't know if I've got a book of names. There in your family, like a book that's, I'm looking at people's names within that book. So I know some of your family's gone and done like the ancestry, that some looking at family tree here, but I'm looking at a book. I'm looking at sort of families' names within that book is what it's showing me on the stage, okay? And no, it's saying to me here, they've also, obviously you've had your son, so the celebrations around your baby, but it feels, I know also not just the birth of the baby, there's celebrations that he too has missed out on, I want to say, but your dad, is I would say to you, even though he may not believe when he was here, he's as large as life, I would say to you, as he comes through here, literally for you today, and for Mum, I want to say to you, okay, and he comes through with a lot of love, and your grandfather's there with him, I want to say to you, okay, and the pair of them, they're together, they're just showing me, I want to say to you, okay, so no, they love both of them. They love you very much, I want to say to you. And your dad feels a little bit here. He don't feel 7 years, got 7 years. It just feels here. What he's making me feel, he's fine up there. He's showing me there. He's a man who likes to do. All right, so he's a doer. He's not someone who's going to sit there and do nothing. I like to be doing. As long as I'm doing something, he's quite happy. But he just says to me here, I'm well, all is well. And I know here, we don't. you've got miles and miles of time before you cross over. It's like your dad will be waiting for you, waiting for you, all of you, when it's your turn. When it's your turn, nowhere, no one's going nowhere yet. But he just showed me that's how much he's there waiting for you, or when it's each of your times. What it's saying to me, okay. And I also know that feels, even though he was a non-believer, there's down here, there's a prayer invocation that is said for him, which he actually loves. I want to say to you. So keep saying, you must be saying a little prayer, little invocation for Dad, thoughts that go out there, special words. Keep saying and be saying to me. He loves to hear them. All right. And I'll leave his love with you. Okay. And he's fine, Christina. All right. He's absolutely fine. He's saying to me. Right. So see here, love fishing. Right, so tonight we have 9:30 with Gemma Butler. Comes back with Veronica at 9:30 this evening. That is British summer time, so you adjust your clocks. If you're EST, it'll be 5 hours behind. If you're in a PST, it's 8 hours behind. So if you're, I don't know the other side of the globe, so I think Australia's about 10 hours in front. So I'm sure they will be in bed. I want to say to you, okay. So let's see. I think I've run out of time. Okay, so I will say to you all, lovely people, thank you for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you this evening or daytime if you're literally coming in from New York or America. I will be back next week, same time, 5 p.m. till 6 p.m. And, you know, look for the good in your life, you know, in any way, shape or form you can, because we all have that in some way, shape or form. I'm sorry I couldn't get through to all of you, so we'll be back next week. And love and light to all of you. And thank you to Veronica for Find Me a Medium. So until next week, have a great week, and, you know, work on your law of attraction and manifestation. Until next week, take care. Bye-bye.